Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source only here at Daily Tribune. We are live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For our headlines. Familiar street scenes in Metro Manila, from sidewalk drinking sessions to late-night videoke, may soon be curtailed under stricter public order rules. Authorities say Atong Ang is reportedly in Vietnam according to Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla. President Marcos appoints Dita Angara Mathay as Tourism Secretary, replacing Cristina Frasco in a move to boost tourism-led growth. Fuel prices are expected to roll back next week as easing Middle East tensions reduce global oil pressure. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu supports Trump's temporary ceasefire with Iran, excluding Lebanon amid regional tensions. Philippine unemployment drops to 2.66 million in February, lowering the rate to 5.1% from 5.8%. The US dollar posts its biggest weekly drop since January as ceasefire optimism boosts global currencies. Carl Aljurulo heads to Croatia for the FIG World Cup in Osijek after strong finishes in previous legs, continuing his rise in senior competition. NBA star Joel Embiid will undergo appendicitis surgery with no timetable yet for his return to the Philadelphia 76ers. Cha Eun-woo said he has fully paid his taxes and apologized amid allegations of tax evasion. Today is 11th day of April 2026, Saturday, and I'm Chynna Basillaje bringing you this week's top stories. Let's get started. Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla has launched the government's Safer Cities initiative, enforcing existing laws to improve order in urban areas, starting in Metro Manila. The crackdown targets street drinking, late-night loitering, shirtless wandering, and videoke beyond 10 p.m., with violators facing possible arrest. Authorities emphasize these are long-standing rules that will now be strictly enforced to help reduce crime. Backed by the Philippine National Police, the program will expand nationwide to promote safer, quieter, and more orderly communities. Meanwhile, authorities said businessman Atong Ang is reportedly in Vietnam amid ongoing government monitoring. DILG Secretary Remulla said Atong Ang left the Philippines and is believed to be staying in Vietnam based on intelligence reports. He added authorities are validating the information and coordinating with other agencies. The DILG chief also noted Ang may face legal issues tied to ongoing investigations, though no arrest order has been confirmed. And President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. has appointed Dita Angara Mathay as the new Secretary of the Department of Tourism, replacing Cristina Frasco. Angara Mathay brings decades of experience in trade, investment, and international economic engagement, most recently serving as commercial counselor in Tokyo. The palace says her appointment aims to position tourism as a key driver of jobs and economic growth. Meanwhile, Frasco has been named Presidential Advisor for Sustainable and Resilient Communities, focusing on implementing priority programs at the grassroots level. And motorists can expect fuel price rollback next week, following weeks of sharp increases amid the Middle East conflict. Industry estimates show diesel prices may drop by up to 6 pesos and 50 centavos per liter, while gasoline could decrease by up to 1 peso or remain unchanged. All firms will announce official adjustments on Monday for implementation Tuesday. The expected rollback comes as a 2-week ceasefire between the United States and Iran eases global oil concerns, with the government also moving to secure fuel supply and provide subsidies to transport operators. And Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has expressed support for U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to suspend attacks against Iran for 2 weeks. Israeli media report that Netanyahu clarified the temporary ceasefire does not apply to Lebanon. The announcement comes amid heightened tensions in the Middle East, with international observers closely monitoring developments. While the pause offers a brief window for diplomacy with Iran, regional security analysts warned that conflicts outside the Iran front, including Lebanon, remain active and unresolved. And the Philippine Statistics Authority reports that unemployment fell to 2.66 million in February 2026 from 2.96 million in January, but remains higher than last year's 1.94 million. The labor force grew to 52.09 million, with only 271,000 of 994,000 new entrants absorbed into jobs. This pushed the unemployment rate to 5.1%, down from 5.8% in January. Employment reached 49.43 million, while underemployment eased to 11.8%. Analysts note that ongoing global challenges, including the Middle East crisis, could further affect the job market in the coming months. The US dollar is heading for its biggest weekly drop since January, as easing tensions in the Gulf boost global currencies. Investor confidence improved following a fragile ceasefire between the United States and Iran, with markets now focused on upcoming peace talks in Islamabad. The dollar index is down 1.3% this week, while the euro, pound, and Asia-Pacific currencies posted gains. Analysts say the dollar's direction will depend on the outcome of negotiations, warning sentiment could quickly reverse if talk fails. And Carl Elder Yulo will compete in Croatia at the Osijek leg of the FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Cup Series, starting Thursday after standout performances in Cottbus, Antalya, and Cairo. The 18-year-old younger brother of double Olympic gold medalist Carlos Yulo reached finals in Cottbus, won gold in Antalya, and took 2 bronzes in Cairo. Yulo aims to use Osijek as preparation for the 13th Men's Artistic Gymnastics Senior Asian Championships in Zunyi, China this June, facing top contenders from Russia, China, and Armenia. And Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers has been diagnosed with appendicitis and is set to undergo surgery in Houston. The team confirmed the development hours before their game against the Houston Rockets. No timetable has been given for his return. The Sixers are currently 8th in the Eastern Conference, still in contention to avoid the play-in tournament. Embiid, the 2023 NBA MVP, is averaging 26.9 points and 7.7 rebounds this season. And Chynna confirmed Wednesday that he has fully paid taxes at the center of recent evasion claims, apologizing to fans and the public. He said, "I sincerely apologize for causing disappointment and confusion. I respect the National Tax Service's procedures and outcome and have paid all related taxes," as he wrote on social media. The controversy arose in January over alleged unpaid taxes exceeding 20 billion won, or 13.6 million US dollars. Chad took the full responsibility, clarifying that accountability rests with him, not his mother's management company, which had assisted in stabilizing his career. And that's all for now. Join us again tomorrow at 11 a.m. still here on Daily Tribune Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Also catch the diva that you love, Alvin Ignacio, and Ultra Maldita Alex Brosas later and tomorrow 4 p.m. for DTT Show on Jairo Tirada's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Once again, I'm Chynna Basillaje, and this has been Tribune News on Q.